Hey, what's up, family? Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out, man. I just had a conversation with my son in case y'all seen. Like, bro, what is he talking about? Nah, I had to say something to my son. But I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all go ahead, hit that like button. Also make sure y'all follow the page because I see that y'all hitting the like button, but we also need y'all to follow the page. So I appreciate that. But anyway, man, just want to talk a little bit about, just football, just the state of football, and really just to kind of kick it with y'all. So hopefully, y'all enjoy this morning show or afternoon, should I say. But there's a couple teams out there, man, that I definitely want to get a just do, man. Shout out to PTE. Shout out to PTE. I believe 6U. PTE 6U is one of those teams that I definitely want to give some recognition to. And somebody asked me about them in my second team that I like, which is the Southwest Cardinals, who I think will win if these two will play. And to be honest, bro, we didn't put Southwest Cardinals in none of the rankings this whole entire year. But I'm gonna say something. I've seen them maybe like 3 or 4 times. And when I tell you that I've always thought that this team was a really good team, bro, it just showed and solidified what I've been saying when they played versus the ATL Elite Wolfpack. A lot of folks didn't want to give them credit. Some people don't want to give them credit. I feel like we kind of snubbed them. This was a team that would have made 6U that much more exciting because they're a really good, really good team. This is a team that I also think that can compete with the Municipal Raiders, right? They're really good. They got number 6, number 1. They got some other good players on that team. And so like I just want to say my apologies for not giving you young men in that crew they just do, for this year because I truly believe they will, beat a lot of teams that are ranked at this point. So shout out to the Southwest Cardinal 6U, man. Keep grinding, keep doing what y'all do. Y'all a really good team. I seen that with my own eyes. You guys just basically lost within a matter of seconds. A game that y'all could have had and that y'all did have in y'all grasp, and y'all played, tooth and nail. So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. And to be honest, we may see a rematch in state. We just might get that rematch in a state game. So, I'm not gonna even say, next year. Hey, man, they still have a chance to do some damage this year. Really good team. So for y'all that's out there looking for good games and all that, man, I'm telling y'all, make sure y'all start paying attention to the Southwest Cardinals. I'm telling you, worth every second with number 6, very quick, and then them playing versus Avion, from the ATL Elite Wolfpack. It was a sight to see. I'm telling you, number 1 versus number 6. It was just like everything that you clamor for in a game. Only thing that I have a problem with when it comes to 6U ball, it's the hardest game to film. You got coaches that was in the way, right? It was hard to film. So I really couldn't record how I usually record. I was trying to get out their way. Then they had another cameraman, and it just too hard. And so in the beginning of this situation, they were talking about, hey, the Southwest Cardinals say, hey, man, we play with 2 coaches on the field, man. And so the ATA Elite was like, bro, we only play with 1. So they had this whole back and forth bickering situation. And they pretty much went to the person who threw the event and was like, bro, I thought we was doing 2. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. doing it with two, I'm gonna. It's gonna be hard to get people to go film these little kids, bro, unless it's just their parents and you satisfied with that. Because it's already hard when coaches is on the field. It's already hard when folks is pretty much um getting in your way. Coaches on the sideline, on the field, and then you got you got the sideline with people already on the field. Then you got the coaches already on the field. It was just too hard to film. So I'll say this, man. Moving forward, you need to prepare your kids by only having one coach on the field. Two coach on the field is excessive. It really is. Okay. It is not beneficial for the videographers, photographers, and it just don't make sense if you ask me. But shout out to the Southwest Cardinal, man. Y'all definitely played a really really good game, man. So shout out to y'all. Let me see. Bill, he said was good. Ain't nothing much, man. He says Lauderdale Lake Showtime 6U in the building. Oh yeah, man. You came in time when I was talking about the 6U, man. Hey, I got two teams for you, man, on the outskirts, man. I got the PTE, which is probably too late because it's in the middle of the season. I mean, it's towards the end of the season or whatever. So y'all probably ain't gonna play that game. But it's 919 PTE and then Southwest Cardinals. Those would have been two really good games. I think that pretty much would have, you know, gave y'all some really good competition. But it is what it is. 6U and 7U for next season, man, it's gonna be stacked if they able to keep these kids on the same team. I'm gonna just be very honest with y'all. They're going to be stacked because for what these young men are doing, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, them folks only had 16 players. They did it with 16 players, but I can see how that panned out because a lot of these players play two ways, both ways. So I can see how they can get away with it. But man, these folks, y'all need at least 22 players minimum. You know what I'm saying? Because things happen, injury happen, just fatigue in general, right? They playing both sides. These folks tired. Don't have nobody to take them out the game. Don't have nobody to take them out the game. So I'm just saying, man, the Southwest Cardinal is gonna be my sleeper team probably for next season, far as a team that I feel will be on the national stage when it's all said and done. But he says we have Atlantic Stingrays. He says this weekend for Florida Elite, NFC. He says championship. He says tough gauntlet. Oh yeah. Stingrays, man, been a team on everybody radar, man. They took a loss, man, that pretty much hurt them, even though they still ranked. Hey, Avery was good. But yeah, man, I wanted to talk about a little bit. I want to talk about state, man. I want to talk about state for a little bit because in Georgia, I'm gonna start with Georgia. Georgia, they're gonna have two states. So you got Born Chasers in Warzone, right? Collaborating for their state. So this would be their third annual state. So you got them coming with their state right around the same time as the B2C state. So Born Chaser and Warzone pretty much saying that they're going to have the younger. So I believe 9 and under, right? 9 and under, they're going to have those group of kids. So I did talk to Coach Dog yesterday. They said that they wanted to play in the war zone state, but they said that basically that he had a problem because he didn't get the invite. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I do know that they're going to have some really good teams in the 9U. Now I don't know if B2C feel the same way where they just going to say, you know what? We are just going to take the upper group, which is we're going to take 10, 11, 11, 12, and 13. I don't know if they're going to do that. They probably saying, you know what? We're going to do every last one of them, every age group. So I don't know how this going to work out because last year, I must admit, I must admit, Warzone and Born Chaser State, I think they had the best AU. They had the best group of the AU. I think somewhat of the 9U. And then they had Voodoo. They had Voodoo also in a nationals. So I don't know how this gonna play out this year, but I'm rooting for both. I'm gonna be at both, right? I'm gonna support both. And we're gonna say I'll say like this. If they was smart, if they was smart, I'll be honest. I'll do uh every age, and then I'll do the winner takes all when it comes to both, you know what I'm saying? Both state. Cause some of them folks are not playing in the same state when it comes to B2C or the other one. Some people, and it's just my personal, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say personal. This is from what some folks, told me from their personal opinion. They're saying that, far as longevity, that's why they're going with the B2C. What's up, Anise? They're saying they're going with the B2C because they've been around longer, right? Since the Franksky and all that stuff or whatever, right? Yeah, I got you, coach. I got you, and I got you on as well. Fanatic, he think that I let it slide. I'm not. I'm gonna have that man saying YJB Air Show. But just pretty much the outlook of how people look at it. You know what I'm saying? Far as the prestigiousness, I think some of them want to go with the B2C or whatever, but I really do honor why Born Chaser and Warzone decided to do state. So I'm rooting for both. If you can do both, I suggest it. If not, you know, then go to the one that best suits you. I'll just say this. I'll say this. You don't have to pick a side. You don't have to like one and hate the other. You can like both of them, but decide to do one. Okay? Because far too often we think what? When we like one person, we gotta hate the other. And that's not the case, bro. Both of these folks are taking the time out to try to throw their own national, and for the reason that Born Chaser and Warzone is doing it, I respect it. They feeling like they here all the time. They got a post on Georgia's football team, and so they want to make sure that they give them a platform. So hey, I gotta all I gotta do is respect that. Like, it's no knock to nobody else. You can't knock somebody for doing things for the right reason. Okay. So hey, 1 second, 1 second. Michael, where the hell you at, bro? Oh, all right. But yeah, so I'm very excited, man. I want to see who's going to do what, man. I want to see who's going where. Right now everything is speculation. We got some really good games coming up, far as with the YFN in the Brick City. Then after that we got the state, but I just want to know who's playing where. I want to know what team is going to which platform, which state. And I do want to ask y'all this question. Do y'all do who are y'all going to, and do y'all feel that both state holds equal weight? That's what I want to ask y'all. Does both state hold the equal amount of weight in your opinion? Hold on 1 second. As y'all answering that question, you know, I'm about to do something. It take like literally probably 10 seconds. Hold on. All right, there we go. But nah, man, I wanted to talk about that state, but they got some states around in other state games that happen, and there been some I just seen EF. EF was talking about how they did I guess the random pick, and then there were some blowouts and stuff like that. And my thing is this, man, I don't in random pick, I'm okay with it, right? When it comes to the nationals, you don't know who's gonna play. You consider to be the best. If you won state, you should be one of those teams that are good enough to compete with anybody, right? So I'm okay when you picking the ball, the selective um pick, right? The lottery. But when it comes to state, man, a lot of these leagues, there's different, like literally, there's different levels. Okay. So, like, for instance, you got Florida Elite, probably one of the best leagues out there in Florida, right? But if they play against some other teams or whatever, other leagues, teams in other leagues for a state, most likely they probably win because their league is a little bit more superior. They got more national teams than most, right? So that's why I feel like random selection is just not going to be beneficial. It's not going to help nobody. It's not going to have any type of good games. It's just going to be, a blowout. It's going to be a little to a lot. And so I disagree when they do it like that. I think, leagues that are not as good, they should that league. You shouldn't compete for a state. They shouldn't be able to do that. So I listen, man. I don't like when they do that, man. I don't like when they do that. So Kevin says AYF Mid Atlantic regionals in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend. So yeah, man. Hey, so what is the EP Cavalry doing? Are they playing for state? Have they played the state or whatever? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what they doing because they started off good. They got blew out a couple times, but they still a good team. They got that running back. So, you got some good level of competition when it comes to the EP Cavalry, right? I think when they play versus anybody, they're going to give, a challenge. Now, that team that beat them, do I think that they're going to do it the same way? No, I think that it's a possibility that y'all end up winning the next time if y'all play that game. So, it's not even a foregone conclusion. But this is the time, though, where all of that ducking that was being done. This is the time where the folks that was, not trying to play games, you can't hide, bro. And I can assure y'all, somebody is gonna get the short end of the stick for not trying to play games, trying to be. You said I'm breaking up. Uh-oh. Hold on. Somebody said I'm going in and out. 1 second, y'all. Said my sound messing up. Can y'all hear me now? Hey, type of yes if y'all can hear me clear. He's Can y'all hear me now? I don't know what the heck happened. Um, all right, you say I sound good now. All right, cool, cool. Nah, but what I was saying is, I'm glad, right, that this whole time that all these teams that was pretty much out there ducking, I'm glad that now is the time where there can be no more running. There was too many games that we had that was supposed to be played that never got made. And I'm gonna keep saying it. There was no reason why. Hey man, shout out to PTE, man. Y'all just missed it, man. I just gave y'all flowers. I don't know why y'all kept thinking that I didn't have that we didn't like you. I basically told him about you. by PTE. I said y'all was a good team. But this is the time where a lot of folks who have not been playing games like I want to say the Frankfurt Chargers and the Ramblers, right? 757. That was a big disappointment. Now I'm gonna do a segment where I put all the teams that did not play versus each other as my biggest disappointment because everybody's so fixated on trying to be undefeated and losing and not want to play and want to say that they the best that we got robbed again another year out of an opportunity to play the game to make a game, basically like that was for the youth football culture. Now this year, these group of individuals in today's time, right, don't want to make a lick of sacrifices. None. So, do you know how when you look back and you reflect, if you look, whether it's from the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, right? They made sacrifices for all he said, yes, sir, they be running. But they made sacrifices, right? For people to make 100, 200 million. They wouldn't get nearly as much right credit as these folks are paid, as these folks are getting today. Nobody wants to make sacrifices. So these group of coaches is going to make it hard for the next group of coaches. These group of players are going to make it hard for the group of players that's underneath them. People are not paving the way and not making enough sacrifices to keep youth football afloat, number one, and keep it exciting enough to where the people that's under them knows how to continue to follow suit and keep the sport moving and going because most people now are only focused about what they can do, right? They only focus about their team. They're not looking at things for the longevity. So when I say people made sacrifices, just look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, for I think like a 3-year deal, man made $25 million, but he made the sacrifice. And then not only that, he was the reason that these NBA players was getting that are now that's retired are now getting pensions. That man made a sacrifice. He pretty much took lowball money, right? To continue to grow the sport, but he sacrificed that. Everybody know based on how Michael Jordan is playing or played, that man should have been making what Steph Curry makes now. He should have been making what Antetokounmpo and all these folks making now. But those type of players, Stephen Curry, is able to make that type of money because of the sacrifices of people like Michael Jordan, the sacrifices of the coaches, the sacrifices of parents, right? That was willing to make those type of sacrifices. But now nobody wants to sacrifice nothing. Oh, I'm not going there. I'm not playing this team. Oh, this team got to play me. This team got to travel to me. Bro, you ain't traveled though. You ain't traveled. But you want to be acknowledged as a traveling team. And that's what I'm saying. Folks, they want the acknowledgement, but they don't want to put in the work to be to be acknowledged for it, right? They just want to say what they can do. Folks want to, man, I beat them. Play them. Nah, man, I ain't moving on your time. Scared talk. Like, bro, what the fuck? Why are you coaching? That's the one thing I want to know. Why are you coaching? If you scared to take a loss, why in the hell are you coaching, bro? I know why some of them are. They see the little popularity that some of these coaches are getting, and they want that. They don't care about the kids. It's obvious. I ain't got to tell you that. It's all in the actions. right? It's all in the action. Them kids, some of these coaches, our kids will never see a different state because of some of these players will never see a different state because of these coaches. And there's a lot of players who left teams because coaches have not tried to put their best interest before their own. That's how you can get coaches stealing. That's how you can get coaches doing things that they're not supposed to. They're not teaching the kids the way they're supposed to. They're not doing any of the things they're supposed to. Why? Because because they don't care. It's all in their actions. So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. Like, uh, now we're pretty much getting the games that we want, and we're gonna and it had to be done forcefully because the folks that wanted to play in nationals, right? They will probably get in nationals, but then they can't run from who they gonna get. And then you got some folks who committed to nationals, right? And they're probably still not going to go because of who they may, get in the first round. Like, bro, last time I checked, you're playing in the Nationals because you believe that you are truly one of the best teams out there. And a lot of you folks don't believe it. A lot of you folks just want to go because everybody else is going, and y'all really don't believe in your team or yourselves. That's why a lot of the folks are going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, what's your reason? Why are you really doing it? Like, I think a few things need to be boxes need to be checked for coaching. A few boxes. Okay. What is your have you been incarcerated? Okay. That ain't a problem for me. The reason you was incarcerated is the problem. That's the problem for me. Okay. Are you afraid to lose? What if you go 0 and 10? Are you gonna come back to coach that same team? Right? What's your focus? Are you focused on development or wins? You can only select one. Which one? A lot of these folks are only focused on the win side because that's all they care about. That's why a lot of these coaches are only fixated on getting the best players, and then they wonder why, right? These coaches wonder why they can't get games, bro. You didn't just took the best player off, two of my best players off my team, two of the best player off their team, two of the best player off their team, and now you doubling back and asking me for a game. How does that make sense? So that brings me to this point as well. Me and Fanatic had a conversation, right, where they talked about it. They talked about, I believe, rare breeds not being able to play in the AYU, right? And then it was stated, for my YJB guys, I believe y'all still in here. Let me know if this true. Word on the street is that you guys got them kicked out of the league because they're a national team. And this is, from my understanding. So I don't know if that's accurate. I'm just bringing it up, so you can let me know if that's correct or not. But they said AYU didn't want no national teams in their league. Now, were they wrong for that? Exactly, Charlie. Charlie Moe. Bingo. Marianne, what's up? How you doing? But bingo, this is the thing, right? If you're developing kids, the wins will come. But that's the thing. Not a lot of coaches are patient enough to wait for the process. They want Coach Mark experience. They want his accolades, right? They want his popularity. They want the type of attention that he gets without ever putting in the work that this man put in. See, that thing is that man got 10 plus years in coaching. It took a minute. It was a process. See, a lot of folks, they want the microwave experience and opportunity. They want to be able to say, "Hey man, I'm popular, I'm this and I'm that," but then not play the games. So how the hell do you want to be that type of coach when you won't even play none of the top teams? A top team come, man, it's everything but play the game. So this is where we at. And this is why I tried to tell the parents, right? He says, she said, Bree says, Reginald Arnold says did it 7U this year. He says championship game this Saturday. Hey, I look, that's where I started off. I started off with Coach Reggie, with they or ABA. You know what I'm saying? He was winning, had a winning team, RDU won, I want to say about 3 or 4 nationals, back to back to back to back, or whatever. And he started from the bottom. And a lot of these coaches are not willing to start from the bottom. They just want instant popularity. And so when they win a game or two, what they do is they go into hiding. They don't want to play no more good games. They just want to say, man, we beat this team and we're not going to play anybody else that basically threatens us. Now they were looking for all these 70-30 games. It's so easy. It's so easy to get a game versus them, when it's a team that they know that they can beat. But when it's a team that they're not sure, when they're not sure about, oh, they got to move mountains to get a damn game. I mean, my goodness. Nah, man, come to us. Oh, pay us. Oh, pay me this. Bro, they could be down the street and they talk about pay me. Bro, if you don't get get them damn kids the experience, bro. Nobody want to hear all that, man. Nobody wants to hear all that. Them folks came and they wanted to play. That's why they came and they thought that you as the coach would be the person, that will help them get to their destination. But trust me, this year, y'all can believe. I want all the parents to come, like, after the season, we're gonna get y'all all the game. The game that most people want to charge you for it. We more about educating y'all. See, people want us to start throwing events. So guess what? Whenever we doing something, I ain't got nothing to hide, right? So whenever we doing something, and if I ask for $1, right, which will probably be the first time I've ever asked anybody for anything after doing it for over 6 years, you gonna know what the money is for. You're gonna know what it's for. Because guess what? I want to tell you, why do I have to pay to get in? Well, I have to pay this, this, and that. You understand. See, the one thing, and the parents that are in here can vouch for me. The one thing is this: parents do not mind paying something when they already know what it's for and they already know that they have to pay for it, right? Long as it makes sense. Long as it makes sense. Parents need to know that they're not being got over on, right? So if you charging me an arm and a leg, okay, what benefit is it to me besides me watching my kid? Right? What is that? You said when I'm talking about you want to come on, I'm talking about helping the kids. I mean, helping parents understand how everything works so we can stop getting these fights, stop getting people complaining, stop having individuals complain about why they got to see their kids and all this stuff. I'm talking about educating folks so we can get rid of all the altercation, right? We basically, you will know what everything is for. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Did that not make sense? You want to come on? Do I got to send a link? So that's my thing, bro. Just the education of everything, bro. So people to know what is stuff for, why we're doing it, just being educated. Cause I know a lot of folks, bro, they be upset because they don't know. He says you can't educate who don't want to hear it. Hey, listen, you're not wrong in that regard. You're definitely not wrong in that. Hold on, let me send it to you. All right, I just sent it to you. All right, yeah, I'm waiting on you. I send it, DT. But nah, bro, this is what it is, man. This is my experience. See, I'm a person that observe, bro, and I just see like, okay, where's the conflict? First, you get people that pays things, they upset that they had to pay it, didn't know they had to pay it, or whatever, right? They already got an attitude. Then all of a sudden, I'm just telling y'all the build up to it. They already hella mad. They had to spend that or whatever, right? Because it was something that they wasn't anticipating on spending. And then, well, guess what? They team might fucking lose. And now they really mad. And now somebody is basically teasing them and they don't want to hear it. And guess what? The wrong words get said, and now we having an issue. Is that not how it works?
Work.
What's up, man?
What up, brother? Nah, what I'm saying is you can't educate people on stuff they don't want to hear.
You say what?
You can't educate people on stuff they don't want to hear. Like, okay, perfect example. My all-star group. I put in there what everything paid for, a nice outline of what everything going. But a lot of folks doing all-star games ain't even putting that in. They just telling you what to pay. You pay it. People don't want to know until they feel like they get got. If they don't feel like they getting stole from, they don't care. Like, or if they happy, they don't care. Like, I could charge $500 for my team. Long all I gotta do is win. The parents ain't tripping. Once I lose, now everybody assuming I'm doing something. So it's also about accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you blindly give somebody $500 anyway?
Mm.
I'm just saying. I like I said, coaches and directors or whatever, they need to be better with. But everybody ain't got integrity. So parents need to be responsible. Hey, look, I got 500 right here, coach. What all coming at 500? Okay. So we gotta play the practice. Okay. Uh we got insurance on the kid. Okay, banquet trophy coming with it 500. Ask the question. Is your money? You think they're gonna tell you, no, get the money, get the hell on, you ask too many questions. No. They want that money. Shit, some of them need it.
And so that's where I'm coming from. A lot of the time, these folks, they don't know, right? They may assume that everything comes with registration. They may assume that. So now down the line, you feel what I'm saying? After paying that registration, so now if I'm coming to you again or whatever it is, right? We got to do something different or you need a little bit more bread. Now it's an issue because they thought that that registration covered everything. It was a thought. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is if you educate them folks, I don't think that they will mind paying that, knowing that they it's something that they knew that they had to pay. It to me, these folks got bills. So when some come up and they didn't expect to be paying that stuff, then that's when I feel like the issue arises.
Yeah, I get that part too. And again, but to kill all that, I know at 404, that's just an example because I rock with him and I know he told me this before. Everything go through him. So right now, if they finna order uniform, it go through him. All registration go through him. The teams need to go back to that. So it's some accountability for when money do get messed up or parents don't understand. Because if it go from the top, all that stuff is already in writing. Then just coach run saying we need an extra 150 and y'all paying the 150.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I do got a question for you, man. I had Coach C Dog on here yesterday, and so basically he insinuated that he wanted to play in
No,
your
no.
So what's the
Listen, bro. Listen,
so he was accurate then.
listen, bro. I as a person, I love C Dog. I think C Dog is a great, genuine coach. As a human, I think he's a great father. But hell no. C Dog and Big Mike looked me in my damn face last year and told me face to face that they was playing in state and they didn't care if they was gonna meet Rare in the championship. My 8U division didn't have a championship game because they pulled on me the day of championship and they knew they weren't gonna play Rare. They made it all the way to the championship and pulled. 404 could have played
Mm.
Rare and I could have had the championship. So no, I'm not dealing with that team. I'm sorry. I see dog, bro. I swear, I love you, bro. You can call me and get whatever you want, except for your team in the state playoff. You come, you come borrow my car, but you ain't getting your team in state playoff, state championship. I mean, you can call me and say, DT, I'm on a run. I need to stay in your guest room for 3 months. You can stay in there and I'm gonna feed you. And goddamn, you ain't gotta leave that house. I'm gonna make sure you good, but you ain't getting the state playoff, my boy.
All right, so from my understanding, now I'm really confused because from my understanding, he was playing a showcase game.
Ain't no
But
showcase in state, man. Come on, man. They played 3 games with us.
okay, I think I'm thinking of Warzone.
Oh, you talking about the issue his parents had with me with Warzone?
He say that he want to play in state, but like I don't know, is something stemming from Warzone?
All right, so let me break it down. 7U year was this? No, okay, 7U year. They played Rare Friday night and beat Rare, and Rare came back to beat them in the championship. But the issue with that, it was only I want to say 6 teams at that age group, and Rare came in fourth place. So Rare was able to go to bracket play and meet them in the championship. I'm so tired of explaining this. So 8U, they played them again Friday night and they lost. But at this time, 8U, it's 16 teams in there. It was 6 undefeated teams. So only 4 made it to bracket play. They had an L and they went in the top 4. So that's why they didn't play on a run for the Western name. So it wasn't that a showcase game don't count. Depending on the teams and how the bracket worked, that's how it goes. So for some reason, his parents like, we ain't doing Warzone no more because we got cheated. Like when we beat Rare at 7, they got an opportunity for the championship. They beat us at 8. We don't get an opportunity. It wasn't no 16 teams. Well, it was 19 teams.
Mm.
So that's the whole hold up. I keep
Yeah, because he was saying basically it was a showcase. It was supposed to be a showcase game and not supposed to count as a game.
no, that was never the case.
Okay,
When you
so
got
it's all right. So
when you got that many teams, you can't have showcase games unless one of them not in the tournament.
mm,
But no, that has nothing to do with them playing the state and pulling out. He come get in Warzone. He definitely playing Warzone, bro. But state, no. That's with me and Zay, and I'm pretty sure Zay feels the same way. You gotta do a year suspension or something, goddamn.
okay, yeah. Damn, that's unfortunate. So I guess it's safe to say that they're gonna try. Cause do you have rare breed in y'all's?
Now Rubbery declared that they was going to the other one already.
Okay, so they probably gonna already have that established. Cause you doing from 9 on down, correct?
Yeah. Now all the other 9 teams, Fairburn, So Icy, Douglasville, um, PTD, Big East. I got all those, I got everyone really except GPE and Rare.
Okay. Oh dang. Well, sound like still some great competition, man.
Yeah, but that misunderstanding, like I said, man, I rock with dog, but no, I'm not. No,
Yeah, he didn't. He definitely he had the same sentiments, but he just explained his position and stuff. But it
yeah,
is what it is. But what should people be expecting, and when should they start registering?
my bad. They registering now. I got. Hold on, man.
The hell, somebody choking DT? DT sound like he got choked.
No, we potty trained. I thought DJ had shitted on himself, but he finna.
uh, hey man, sound like you lost the words, man.
Man, he finna go down. I got him on the toilet in time. All right, but yeah. So teams are registering now. Come on back, bro. Teams are registering now, so they can get hit me as they up to get locked in.
Okay, yeah, man. But that's basically the position, bro. I was trying to explain, man. It's just like I just feel like with all of the the fighting and all that stuff that's going on, bro, I just feel like that's just one of the solutions. I don't know, that's either something they just want to do, or it's just the lack of understanding and knowledge, man. It just is the purpose behind it.
Right.
So
Nah, man. Everything deal with communication. A lot of people run the youth organization and run the business. Some folks don't know how to run a business.
facts, facts.
Well, it's a profit or non-profit. It's a business. So that's really it. And we can have this conversation a million times, but as long as the parent ain't gonna stand up, that's on them. When we was at Welcome Mall, before any registration was paid, we always had an overall parent meeting. Well, it's 200 parents there, and our board goes over everything.
Oh yeah, they definitely should get back to that.
I mean, simple breakdown to where your son may be 10, but $4 from your son goes to getting the flag uniforms for the flag team because we would let the flag play for free. That's how you
Hmm.
organization. All flag football free with uniforms and all that. But each older kid, $4 would come from theirs.
And the thing is too, man. I like one of the things I do want the parents to get out of is expect the expectation of somebody doing it for free. Like, because I do see a lot of people, as they would call it, pocket watching. And so the thing about it is, if somebody's throwing something, like I think you shouldn't. It shouldn't be a big deal if that person is actually gaining from it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the kid is getting everything that that they was expected to get, and the event was good, and the venue was straight, all that type of stuff. I think if that's a thing or whatever, if you was okay with the process and all that, I think that should be the main focus of the parent. But far as the person that actually throwing the event, you know, worrying about how much they made off of it. I think that also stirs up the pot.
Yeah, but see, that's just crabs in a barrel. We're taught that from birth without even knowing it when it's installed in you. You just got to be a good, genuine person to overcome that. People gonna pocket watch, man. Like, oh boy, I swear how many times I heard I don't made $1 million off this shit. I wish I had that money they say I had. Put that shit on me, man. But I do want to address something since I'm on your show now. I mean, or do I need to wait till the night?
Oh no, go ahead.
Weird niggas been calling teams saying to them, and let me say this. It's not Alex. It's not Alex. Hell, it's not even Kai. But do you want to go to the aquarium or the church?
All right, man. Let's watch the fishes, man.
That that's the what's the name? That's the pitch. Do you want to go to the aquarium or the church? Because Alex hosts his at the aquarium. I host mine at a church. Like that, like Drico Trav, that ain't even y'all event to even promote it that way. That's just like me looking at a chick saying, "Hey, you want to ride in the Benz or you want to catch the bus?" When I really should be catching a bus or walking, but I'm in the back seat of another man Benz. I'm gonna put you in the passenger seat, but I'm promoting it like this is my car. I can't even drive this motherfucker. That's what you country niggas are doing.
Oh,
But on the flip side, one thing about the church, as they say, when you see a guy who event it is hosting it, knows every child that walk on that stage and can give you a play or a moment with every child that walks on that stage. Now you don't been there, Ken.
mhm.
Every kid get an award. I say something direct and personal about them. You ain't just walking up getting a picture of yourself standing there smiling like a spectacle. And then I let the kids give a thank you speech. So it's not a shot at what B2C Alex is doing. That's his award show. Great. I was a part of the show. That's what them clowns don't know. You can go back up until 2019. Ask who the host of B2C Awards was. I can send you videos right now in my phone. I can send you pictures of Alex standing by me smiling. I
Mhm.
was the host of that shit until I started doing my own, and I was gonna do both, but bro felt like I was biting, which is his feeling. But my shit is different. My shit is more intimate. Parents come talk to me. I talk to them. I kick with them. Yeah, you got big names come, but I got niggas come that them kids can call and talk to. I ain't got people gonna have security standing between, which is great. Experience both if you can, because the kids earned it. But I'm talking about the runners, the ones on the corner selling the nick bags and not the real shit. I'm talking about the cafeteria worker, not the cook. So that's what bothers me. So don't hit up no coach. You want to go to the aquarium or the church. I think you had a award show. That shit just didn't make it. But anyway, National Sport Chat, one of the best shows out there, man, doing this thing. Much love.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I definitely want to ask him about that, bruh. It's just I can't see that. I don't know, man. That's wild. I ain't gonna lie to you, bruh. Like I understand competition. To me, that's the same as um, coaches that want a player and then they have to bash another coach to do it.
But guess what? That's still bad. But at least it's for your team. This ain't your event. That's just like me. Hey man, you want the best video? Come to National Sport Chat. Which no wrong with me plugging you, but I ain't gonna talk about born chaser to plug you. If the
Mhm.
call go, hey, do you and your team want to come to the aquarium, man? It's gonna be this and that. Beautiful. Leave it at that. Don't try to knock it down like my shit is nothing. When I got a picture of you smiling at my shit too. Like that when the weirdness. Well, not Trav. I don't think Trav owned the suit. Like I don't even think he owned a clean pair of shoes. I'm talking about
I ain't
just
gonna lie.
my
Y'all
shit.
got this damn weird relationship, man. It's weird, bro. Y'all be cool 1 minute. I see y'all on the same rule.
No, no, no.
It
Hold on. Let me clear something up. We did the state together. And was I feeling the state? No, Zay got on my head about it, kept bugging me about it. So I went through with it. Now, let me understand something. And I had to break this down to it's not a beef, because beef we gotta solve, we gotta handle some shit. It can be a I don't fuck with, but it's not even really that. Like, see, to compete with me, you gotta go get on somebody else's umbrella. You can't just do it mano a mano. You gotta go get standing under that tent that's already established, which still ain't competition. But it's not a beef. Even with trap, like it's these again, when you come to youth football, kids know DT because I show so much love to them. I'm the nigga at Walmart, kid walk up, hey DT, what's up? Blah blah blah. In some kind of way, I don't spend $70 on a fucking PlayStation control or a basketball or a bike. Cause kids know me and they rock with me. Them niggas, they don't. You would never see a kid say, "There go Travis. Hey Travis, what's up?" Man, no, no, cause they don't deal with the kids. They collect gate. They don't rock with the kids. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. You don't been to my events. You see me out top chopping up with you, with kids, with parents. I have a 20-minute conversation with a parent. I have no clue who the fuck they is. But get what? They just paid the dub to got in their event. Shit, I drove 45, 50 minutes to give a dad his son helmet to Athens because they left it at the tournament. That what your 20 pay for. On my end. But yeah, it's not enough to be beef because if it was beef, we're gonna go there when I see him. So it's don't ever confuse it for a beef. It's just I may don't respect them.
Nah, I don't think I said beef. I said weird relationship. Like, far as just one way, one time y'all interacting, the next is like online talking
Well,
about the man helmets.
when you seen me kicking it with them. When last time you seen me around them?
I mean, last time I seen it was more state.
Yeah, yeah, state. And that, like I said, that was because you football like y'all need to do something together, put it together, and we did. But people, I'm a lot to deal with, bro. Like it takes a lot to deal with a nigga with a presence like mine, bro. So if you're intimidated, you can't be around me. Cause
So
I ain't
so
trying. That's just me.
so what's the what is the perception? Like what is the thing that I guess about you that rub people the wrong way?
I said this shit on the live. You can call me a hater, but you can't call me a liar. Meaning, I'm gonna say what the fuck need to be said. Like they get mad, but I'm gonna tell you what need to be said. I ain't finna bite my tongue for a grown man feeling. But anything can be taken as hate now. Like so, right now, if I say to you, "Yeah, Ken, that was a good video, but I feel, you know, you need to get more of the ending in your videos because this and that," and I say that to you, that's how I feel, and I said it to you, and I feel we cool enough for me to say that. But a lot of people say DT just hated on Ken.
Yeah, I definitely I'll take that as constructive criticism or
What?
feedback.
Come on, man. Oh,
People tell me that man. The thing is this. I be liking folks to tell me the truth,
shit.
just in general. If that's how you feel, if you don't like something, then tell me.
Right,
You can't and that's what I'm trying to get people out of too, man. A person's opinion can never be hate, and the truth can never be hate.
right.
It can never be hate, despite because if it happened, it happened. You may not like how I said it. You may not like how I addressed it or whatever. But if it's the truth, it can never be hate. And I see folks because folks be telling me I'm hating.
Oh yeah. See, but you know firsthand, like just because you give an opinion and it don't go in their favor or what they want you to say, you're labeled a hater, right?
Hey, Meezy say you do mess with the kids.
Come on, man.
Hey, Ferrari Fred said, "Can I ask a question?" Yes, sir. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, be hell, be I fought with his kids. They hit older boy what 19. I still check on him, and I never coached him before. So what's really going on, man? You see my chain crew? What you see on the chain crew for me, man? At every event.
Oh, the kids.
Come on, man, and they getting paid.
And that's where I'm also. He says when we beat Brick City, will that help us? Hey, man, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, man. Y'all might gotta go to that number 2.
Man, leave Brett City alone, man. Let them folk.
Oh, no, I ain't. He asked a question.
Yeah,
It's just that far as with them, man. Like I say, I told him I wasn't gonna really talk about it unless somebody asked me a question. It's just that you just got to go by the rules, man, and just like stop trying to buck the system or whatever. Because like now, that was the game that I was most anticipating on watching. Um, in the beginning of the season, I said YFN has the best chance of competing with Voodoo. But then as I'm watching Brick City, right? As I watch Brick City, I like them. They got a kid number one, really good, right? But they got the other player that's not really eligible. I'm like, bro, just get rid of them. And the reason why I went as hard on my guy this year is because last year I told him, I get you not knowing last season, you know what I'm saying? But I was telling him, hey, bro, make sure y'all legit this year, bro. I want to see y'all. But then don't follow the rules. And then,
Listen,
feel like people are targeting you.
but
They don't want you in.
only thing bothering me about the Brick City deal is this, bro. This a 2 year to beg for almost from the people. They're begging now. Them folk know they gotta drop them May kids. Nobody's fucking with their May cutoff. It's been 2, 3 years of talking about what would be. Them folks not interested in that. They gonna keep pushing their team. Even if they say we want to come to YNC or C1N with a 7-1. That's a lie. Y'all would have got rid of them kids. Them kids would have been 8th grade anyway. Like y'all could have been cut those ties, but they don't want to, bro. They need them kids. So I don't even like that they get this much coverage, bro. For real, for real.
Yeah, so I stopped for a minute. It just when Clayton shut the door, man, it kind of brought it up. Like, bro, I tried to tell you. That's the only reason why I brought it up back up. Cause it's like I stopped talking about it. I say, bro, man, I don't want to talk about Brick City no more, bro. Because they know what they're supposed to do. And they getting ready to play. Here's the kicker though. They getting ready to play YFN and they need games with just 7-1 players. But they getting ready to play YFN still 5-1.
Because they don't give a fuck about 7-1. That's the thing. Like, who's in the league? Like, who are they playing?
They play against other 5-1s. Like they,
But
they play against other 5-1s, but the thing is,
are the 5-1s though? Like the 5-1s are in their lane where Brick City should have stayed at. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, they did, right? They just don't have a nationals. So the whole thing was they were supposed to play an X amount of game for a team. I mean, against teams, top teams, right? So they can partake in the nationals. But the thing was, when they were going out, see, in a lead, they could have stayed 5-1, right? They could have kept those players, still played with them, play 5-1. But when you go out to go play the SEDs, you go play the Bugattis, and then you got a game with the YFNs, and then you go play versus the DMVUs. Those should have been games that he played without the kid that was too old, the people that was too old. But instead, they kept him. And then his thing was he probably felt like he was just gonna be able to just because people want to see it that they were just gonna abide by override the rules to let them in. And you played yourself.
That man don't want to be in. It's clear. The writing's on the wall, man. Like that's why you never see me talk about that. I won't talk about it really. I'm just doing it now because I'm like, why y'all still talking about these folks? Let them folks enjoy their 5-1 and win a league championship and have a nice banquet. They ain't going no national with their 5-1.
Hold on. Um, he said, hold on, son. He says, Ken, you not adding the fact that they cannot play games during the season of the league. But again, they played Bugatti 5-1, that could have been a 7-1. They played the team DMVU, that could have been a 7-1. They about to play YFN, it could have been a 7-1. They played what's the other team? That's another team that could have been 7-1. So That's no excuse, bro. That's no excuse. And and that's why I'm saying, like, even now, bro, they not even trying to play, they not trying to play YFN without they you know, um they two old kids. You know what I'm saying? So y'all SED. Y'all could have played them 7-1. So I was just basically saying the actions of what I seen was the situation that made me believe that, hey, look, bro, you don't want to play. You don't want to play. Says true, I give you that. Says they could have done it preseason for sure. And I've been offering, oh, don't wait, meet us in December. That was the whole thing. He said he don't want to be in. He said he told us yesterday he never intended to drop them kids. That was a fact. And I told him, like I told Yoshi too. I say, bro, I'm not gonna talk about y'all unless somebody asks me. Like I wasn't gonna mention Brick City. I wasn't gonna mention them because I actually rock with Yoshi. I like Yoshi. They good people. They just going about things the wrong way. Said you don't want to be in. Yeah, that's facts. So it is what it is. A lesson learned. Lesson learned. So he said they thought they was going to be able to do what Big Zip did with AYF, right? So, but the thing is, in order for Big Zip to get in, they had to then went through the process. And then not just that, Big Zip, I believe, they played teams without their 7-1. They had you still have to play a X amount of games with just, I'm sorry, 8-1. You got to play a certain amount of games with 8-1. He said YFN finna take Big Brick down. He said soon we would just talk about YFN. Hey man, I had y'all listen in the beginning of the season. I said I've been wanting to see this game because I thought that it was a lot of parity in it. Like, okay, y'all, Mr. Everywhere that used to play for Brick City, after winning the Super Bowl, now he's with YFN. I want to see how that game go. I want to see how Brick City plays. Now they lost some players and all that. The only thing about YFN, bro, is y'all came out so late. I never thought y'all wasn't a good team. I just felt like y'all didn't earn, a ranking right away. That was my only thing, like so I've always thought YFN was, the goods and thought they were a good team. It's just that, bro, like I'm not going to do what my guy did. I'm not going to do what my guy did and just based off potential. Let me go ahead and put you at the 4th spot. Nah, bro, you gonna have to earn that. So when people see us doing rankings, you can bet your bottom dollar that was earned. You can bet your bottom dollar it was earned. Because we not gonna accept no pay like folks tried to do. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do that. We gonna say, damn, they worked hard to get there. But if y'all beat them, I'm instantly putting y'all over Bugatti. I am. I don't know. Fanatic might think different. Uh D Wright said, yeah, they was able to have a dual roster that year. He says that didn't play their 7-1s during league play. He says, I guess, but had them submitted for Y and C's. Yeah, it's bro, but they played some games without them. They played some games without them. You can't play every single game and then harp on the fact that you're playing as a 12U. You cannot do that, bro. That's the one thing I was like, bro. Okay, all right, cool. Yes, you are. You prove that you can beat these teams as an older team, as a 12U team. Can you beat them on the same level as everybody else is? Because the thing that I didn't like was other people prepare for 7-1, and if they wanted to do it your way, they can do it your way. As I mentioned, the Eagles have players that literally can be playing on Voodoo's team, including the quarterback. See, a lot of people didn't even know that Avery Edwards is young enough to play for Voodoo, and he still is 11, I believe. He won't be 12 to damn near next year, or his birthday coming up. So, he said, did Voodoo play Blackhawks without 7-1? Um, no, they didn't play without 7-1s. I think they played Blackhawks. They played Blackhawks with their 7-1s. But that's what I was telling folks. And the reason why I don't give 8-1, you know, the reason why I give them just a little flack is because this, Nikki, I had Craig on here, and I say, Craig, why don't y'all go 7-1? He said, I don't mind going 7-1. Hell, he says, if I go 7-1, that'll be detrimental to, other 7-1 organizations, right? Then he say, but it's up to the coaches. See, the coaches don't want that. So when I'm saying what I'm saying, it's because I've already tried. I already tried to put AYF on an even playing field. They are okay with saying that, oh, we are 8-1. That's what they want to be. They want to play, and you got to remember, a lot of them folks, they want to play the YNC teams. But the reason that I have an issue with that is because every time they do it, they always want to say, we play the older team. We play the older team. We like, bro. Y'all got every option to do 7-1. You don't want to. I can assure you that all of them folks, that if they had to be a 5-1, they will set up to be a 5-1. Nobody is complaining that these teams are that Brick City is just a 5-1. They're not complaining just because they're a 5-1, right? They're complaining because by their national rules, they have set up to be a 7-1. If they all go under 5-1 evenly, equally, and knowingly, then the outcome may be super different. So you're playing with 5-1s, right? You had an advantage to get older kids in the beginning without me knowing. That's the difference. So you mean to tell me as, okay, so this is a scenario. Me as Voodoo, okay, I am Voodoo. I'm getting ready to start my season, but I'm catering my age group to the tournament that I want to go to, which is 7-1. But I am Voodoo. If I can get 5-1 kids, oh, let me go get some 5-1s. Let me set up 5-1s, right? But I don't do that because I'm thinking we are playing under 7-1. But you, the whole time, wanted to play under 5-1. You had an advantage to get the 5-1 players that you wanted to, and I'm gearing towards 7-1. So therefore, you knowingly had an advantage over me because I'm going off of this nationals, and you pretty much don't have a nationals. You just an older team. by according to my national status, my national rules that I want to go to. So when people say, "Oh, it's just 5-1, it's just 5-1," okay. If it's just 5-1, if it's just 5-1 and age don't matter, okay, just get rid of the person that you say is too old. Or allow me to add to the team so I can be right within the age group that you play on. So I don't know, bro. And then just the rules are the rules. He says, yeah, we had to get the pieces together before we came out. Said it was not ready. Yeah, and that's why I was, just kind of giving y'all a hard time. Said no, we didn't. Yoshi said, and we're gonna put them when they lose, Ken. He says, where you gonna put them? Hey, Yoshi, I probably gotta put them at 5, man. I probably gotta put them at 5 or 6 if they lose. T Street said he says, I bet Brick City gonna lose more kids to YFN again. He says like last year, cause them kids want to experience YNC. So hey, that's a great point. He said Yoshi Bling says y'all ain't stopped us, my boy. He says, I promise you. He says we give people the chance to prove they can beat us with our 7-1s in the biggest stage. He says, but it's still a problem. Said, ain't no sense to talking about it anymore. I told you, bro. I wasn't gonna talk about it unless somebody bring it up. He said, I saw Osceola stop y'all. He says, cut it out. Avery, what do you say? Avery is 11. Avery is 11. That's what I was telling them. Avery is 11. Just imagine that young man go down to 11U. 11U. He's doing that at 12U. Just imagine Avery goes down to 11U. That's scary right there. He says, if you born in 2023, you play all 2013, you play with all 2013. That's how it should be. Bree says they get on here and ask the same stuff every day. I answer the questions. It said Yoshi. He says we seen y'all get stopped a lot by a lot of teams. He says won't see the 50 on us. I mean, Rod said, and I think we understand that King. He says, but what about like last when Max was 8-1 and Voodoo was 7-1? Why is it a big difference for Brick and Voodoo? Why is it a big difference? Because the thing is, first of all, they're not trying to play in y'all nationals. That's number one, right? They're not trying to play in y'all nationals. Okay. Second of all, y'all have an opportunity to go 7-1 if y'all wanted to. Y'all can do 7-1. And they are right to y'all, right? They will be considered a what 12U team now to y'all. Voodoo will be considered a 12U team to y'all, according to y'all standards, right? But the difference is they're not trying to play in y'all league. So they are 11. They are a 11U according to their tournament. The thing about Brick City, they are a 11U to nobody other than their league. Okay? So the difference is they have a tournament, y'all have a tournament, they have a tournament, 5-1s don't. That's the difference. So by definition, since they don't have one, that means that, and then they trying to go to the YNC. That means by the definition, they are a older team. And so if they identify as that older team, that 12U, I don't know. In fact, I got a question. I got something. Why y'all just don't go still go to Y and C, but y'all just be in y'all rightful age group? Y'all just play 12Us. Y'all can still go. They can still get the experience. And listen, and who's to say that y'all don't knock some of them folks off? I think y'all good. Hold on. Hello. I'm keep getting these calls, man. All right, let me see. Charlie says the only thing I need to know is YFN kicking field goals. He says that might be the deciding factor. Hey, that's a great question. Do y'all kick field goals? He said, yeah, because that basically what hurt Boynton when I watched the game. Man, it was a really good game. They was able to come back versus Brick City, but then dude missed that extra point. That hurt him. He says we know they need 5-1 kids, so we want to beat them with no excuses. All right, let me see. Yoshi says Ferrari Fred says don't take the game if you gonna cry about it. Hey, listen, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, man. You can't have it both ways, Yoshi. You telling Voodoo to take the game, and they telling you no. And y'all basically, trying to disrespect them folks, man. He said, imagine Raiden playing with all 2014. He says, I would love that. Okay. He said, okay, I'm listening. Brick City, what he say? Brick isn't trying to play in any nationals as a 5-1. I get it. But they're playing against the national teams as a 5-1. You still don't get it, do you, Chris? You said they don't want to play in any national as a 5-1, but they want to play the seven. They want to play the 7-1s as a 5-1. So either way, Christopher, make that make sense, my guy. He said that's a fact, and I'm just saying for the game. He says not as the league play. He says, but when YMC plays AYF, it don't say 12U versus 11U. He says only matters when we play, huh? Now to kind of just slightly come to the defense, when the game is being initiated, you can almost assure it's the AYF team mostly, not all the time, mostly is asking for these games. You can assure certain teams they try to play previous Y and C teams. So it ain't that it's a difference. It's just that, bro, like you was forewarned, man. You was forewarned. He says, Yoshi says y'all coins together and start a tournament with the 5-1. Y'all come together and start a yeah. Definitely come together. All right. It's an exhibition game for the culture. Says so 3-4 days tournament determine your age. Says more than an entire league. Says what are we talking about? We talking about rules, Christopher. It seemed like you're not interested in rules, sir. Said okay. Said okay. Just exit the league. Says play in Y and C and all that. Says just speak on farther games play. Just exhibition games. Yeah, them folks don't want to play, bro. It says Christopher Jarrett. In this case, yes. Says the only other folks I know that do 5-1 is is Oklahoma, and I don't think they do it anymore. So yeah, so nobody plays 5-1. Nobody plays 5-1, bro. In fact, man, y'all old enough, go play DEA. And that must be funny to me when them folks talk about when I say go play the Georgia Eagles or a DEA or whatever type of team. They like, man, them kids is far older than us. Oh, now you got a problem with a team being older. Now age plays a factor. Now age matters, but it don't matter when you're the one that's the actual the one that's benefiting for having older kids. It don't matter then, but it matters when I'm telling you to play a Georgia Eagles. Although you got players on a team that meet their age group, their age requirement. The AYF plays YNC in exhibition games for the culture, knowing they at the disadvantage. Says we just want to see the game. For sure, Nikki. Says Prince. He says Christopher Jarrett says not taking anything away from them though. Man, I can't wait to that game though. I'm Here's the thing. I'm gonna probably do a breakdown of that game, before it happens. And y'all I'm probably not gonna go live about it, but I'm gonna definitely put up a video and give my take because I just think it's speed versus physicality, man. And we got to determine which one gonna win. And I'm gonna give my breakdown on it, man. I think that y'all gonna like it, like the breakdown. And yeah, man, we gonna see what y'all think about it. So Yoshi Blend never thought the age. It says, I said we want them to play. We don't want to hear no excuses. Hey, I'm just saying, man. So YNC is a tournament, says not a league. He says there are no YNC teams. He says that's like saying teams going to C1N belongs to Cam and the C1N team. Says those are tourneys. If a team, I'm in Rod. He said if a team of 6 and 7 graders can beat DEA, are the Georgia Eagles. That would be an embarrassment for youth football. It's an embarrassment for youth football trying to. Oh my God. Hey, did you just hear that, man? That is wild, bro. That you can only see that when it's already an embarrassment. If these folks play everybody at not their age group or their age, and you're trying to get into the tournament. Chris, my guy, bro. You can twist a person's brain, bro. You gifted. You gifted, my guy. Cause listen, that's literally, he says, if a 6 and 7 grader that can beat DEA or the Georgia Eagles, that would be an embarrassment for youth football. How would it be an embarrassment for youth football and not be an embarrassment if one of those teams knock off Brick City? Because that's the same difference. They're the older team, but it'll be embarrassment if DEA lost to Brick City, even though they're considered a 12U team. But it won't be an embarrassment if YFN knock off Brick City. It's the same difference, bro. It's the same difference. Yes, thank you. You just added to my point. Thank you, Amin Ra. Like you just said, Christopher Jarrett, bro, you added to my point. oh, hey, bro, that's wild. Thank you. Checkmate. Checkmate. I don't even think I need to say nothing else. I just had to had Chris. I'm gonna read two more. He said, "Are you telling me they are in the sixth, seventh grade?" Nah, I'm saying you got checkmated, bro. That's what he says. Back in the days, it was fifth graders going against eighth and ninth graders in Pop Warner. He says 11 through 13 was the age bracket. He says, and you could be older but lighter. Yeah, this is when they had the weight limit, right? Older but lighter. He says you could be older but lighter, and be 15 and play. He says stuff was way worse and ducking one of your classmates because they are 2 months older than you. Hey man, hey listen, man. Rules are rules. You will be sitting up there. Hey, listen, I done heard you, Florida folks, sit out there and complain about certain stuff, bro. You when the rules didn't meet your criteria. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Cause when stuff don't meet your criteria, you're talking about you got cheated. You're talking about it wasn't supposed to happen this way. You talk about okay, so when they don't call the holding, if a person held your player and they don't call the holding, why do you get upset? It's just holding. Why do you get upset? You get upset because there are rules, penalties supposed to be called, right? You have to abide by certain standards and criteria, right? So therefore, that's your expectations, right? You expecting it to call that was supposed to happen, but if they don't call it, you're gonna be infuriated. Why? Because that's the part of the rules. And guess what? They did not stick to the rules. Okay, they did not stick to the rules. It's the same difference. You're not gonna. So if we go look at a play and we say if it was a holding, and I say hey man, that was a good play on the run. And then you're trying to tell me that, oh, the run was only good because he kept holding my man, right? You're trying to get me to see that it was based on an illegal act, which was he was holding. That's why he got open. But I'm constantly focused on the run. You're not going to let go of the fact that it was an illegal play. And this is what it is. The fact that they are 5-1, that's an illegal thing. So therefore, you're going to have to keep bringing it up. You can't bring up the fact that you beat other a legit 11U teams. Can't do it because it's under a legal basis. So therefore, I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. Definitely hit that like button, that comment button. Make sure y'all follow the page. A lot of y'all been hitting that like, which I appreciate, but make sure y'all follow the page. Just trying to grow the channel, man, for these babies, man. So I see y'all tonight, though. I think we got a guest, though. I think we got a guest. But make sure y'all tune in, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all. But hey, let's leave Yoshi alone, man. So when we get in the comment section, don't bring Yoshi up, all right? Because he lost. He realized and he accepted defeat, right? Hold on. You say how it's an illegal if that's the league cutoff dates. We're not talking about the league cutoff. I said, listen. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I told my brother Yoshi, play your league games 5-1s, and when you go out there and play the teams that are going to play in the tournament, play them as your 7-1s. I told him that. And in response, he says, I'm not dropping any of my kids. So now that you got the context, do you still empathize with the fact that they are no longer able or eligible to go? He says they are a 11U team, period. Okay. All right. So 5-1 makes you 11U. New rules. All right, man. I'm out.